Okay, so good afternoon all. I think I am audible to everyone and screen is also visible, correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So can anyone summarize voluntarily the discussion of the last lecture? Anyone? Those who are present, what we discussed during the last lecture, okay? Ajay Dak, can you discuss whatever the contents which we learn in the last lecture? Ajay, I am audible? Anyone? Akash Jain? Akash Jain? Yashraj Kamble? Now see, just
tools and
yes, please continue.
tools and their effects on using means what is the effect on tool in using machining and um, different
Okay, anyone would like to add whatever the Yashraj said?
Sir, how to select the proper cutting tool by considering the factors for selecting it.
Okay, so
Types
yes,
of chips.
yes, Rushikesh.
Types of chips.
Okay, Amit Gaikwad.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Determination of shear plane and shear plane angle.
Okay, correct. Again, anyone would
Factor
like
of
to add?
acting, sir, fluid, factor of acting fluid on stability, cutting fluid.
Okay, yes, Suraj, correct. Gopal, would like to add something?
Yes, sir, same cutting fluid.
Okay. So as we know, again, just I will go back whatever the kind of the discussion in the last lecture. If we consider again the content, unit number 1. Okay, so in that I think it is visible to everyone. Okay, so if we consider the unit number 1, so in that in the last lecture we discuss more about whatever the kinds of the cutting fluids are there. Okay, and how these cutting fluids selection criteria, it's a category, means classification, and apart from that, what are the important properties which are we have to consider while selecting a particular kind of the cutting fluid. Okay, so again, when we are considering this particular the cutting fluid, so what exactly the purpose of the using the cutting fluid? Okay, so that is and the important aspect that we what exactly learn in the last lecture. What is the role of the this cutting fluid? Okay, what are the basic purposes are there? So we have seen these the different kinds of the purpose as well as the applications of the cutting fluid. Apart from that also, we have seen in the last lecture what are the essential properties of the cutting fluids. Okay, so when we are using a particular kind of the cutting fluid for the cooling purpose only, for the lubrication purpose only, and apart from that also, what are the different kinds, or we can call it as a different types of the cutting fluids which are there with respect to the application. Okay, so these are there, compressed air or the air blast. Second one is the solid or the semi-solid lubricant. Third one is the water. Fourth one is the soluble oil. Then again soluble oil. Fourth one continue, that is there. Then fifth one is the cutting oils. Then chemical fluids and the cryogenic cutting fluids are there. Okay, so after that, just we discuss more about the how we are going to determine the shear plane angle. That is what is the notation which is used, that is known as a phi, shear plane angle phi. So for that, the formula is given: tan phi is equal to r into cos of alpha divided by 1 minus r into sine of angle alpha, where r is the chip thickness ratio and alpha is the rake angle. So apart from that also, we know we are going to discuss more about the shear strain, how we are going to calculate by using the shear plane angle and the rake angle of the cutting tool shear strain. Then this is what is the again the diagram which we already discussed when the shear strain that is the during the chip formation, that is with the help of this three diagram A, B, C. Apart from that also we discuss more about what are the different types of the forces acting on the chip. Okay, then again these are the what the resultant forces are also there, R and the R dash are there. Then we discuss about the coefficient of friction, that is what is the formula when we want to calculate the coefficient of friction. Then also we discuss about the shear stress, okay, and the cutting forces and the thrust force. Now today we will try to discuss more about the Merchant circle analysis or the Merchant circle of the force analysis. Okay, so what exactly this Merchant circle means, for what purpose it is being used. Okay, so once suppose we are using this Merchant force circle diagram, so what kind of the benefits which we are getting. Okay, and apart from that also, as we are using this Merchant circle, so what is the prerequisite condition which is to be there, for what exactly the kind of the cutting process it is being used. Okay, and how the different kinds of the forces and its analysis, how we are going to calculate. That is what is the main points of the today's discussion. Okay, so as we know, there are the different kinds of the researchers who actually work in the area of the this metal cutting or the mechanics of the metal cutting phenomenon. Okay, so Merchant is again one of the researcher who actually work on the principle of the minimum theory of the energy which is being required to while performing the this cutting operation or the metal cutting operation. Okay, so it is basically the Merchant circle diagram that uses to analyze the different types of the cutting forces acting on the orthogonal plane. Just I want to clear this particular the one point, a very first and important point regarding the this Merchant circle of the force analysis. So this is applicable when we are considering the orthogonal cutting process only. Okay, so whenever we are going to perform the orthogonal cutting operation on the whatever the kind of the machine, say lathe machine is there, or the apart from that the different kinds of the machines are there. So in that particular case, whatever the assumptions and whatever the some kinds of the analysis part which is stated by the Merchant, so it is only by considering the orthogonal cutting operation. So can anyone would like to just let me know what is mean by orthogonal cutting process? Yes.
So it is cut orthogonally, means inclined.
Yes, Sagar. Yes, Sagar Patil, please continue.
So it is cut at an inclined position, means oblique.
Anyone would like to add whatever the Sagar said?
So tool face is perpendicular to workpiece.
Yes, correct, Shirin. So thank you, Sagar and Shirin. As we know, when we are considering the two types of the cutting process, one is the orthogonal cutting process and second one is the oblique cutting process. So when we are considering the orthogonal cutting process, so tool cutting edge of the tool is exactly at an angle of the 90 degree with respect to the rotation of the workpiece. Okay, and when we are considering the oblique cutting process, so angle is other than the 90 degree. It is not exactly the 90 degree. That is what is the point. Just is the difference, main difference which is there. Now, when we are considering this particular merchant circle of the forces, so this is basically use and analyze the different kinds of the cutting forces which is acting, okay, when we are performing the orthogonal cutting operation. Also, it is used to identify the different kinds of the angles while removing the unwanted material from the workpiece material. It's a machining process during that. Then merchant circle diagram, also it is used, it is very easy to use and analyze the different aspects. Apart from that, the other four relations that can be also explained easily and solve the problems by using this merchant circle diagram. And apart from that, by using this merchant circle diagram, friction at the tool surface and the yield shear strain can be easily determined. Okay, so these are the some of the kinds of the applications. That's why we are going to use this particular the merchant circle diagram for the force analysis. Okay, so this is what is the condition. As we know, we are going to consider the orthogonal cutting process for the analysis of the forces by using the merchant circle. Now, when we are considering this particular merchant circle, again, as we know, whatever the kinds of the forces, normally we are going to consider the cutting force is there, then the thrust force is also there. Okay, and apart from that also, this merchant circle diagram is used to determine the different kinds of the forces and angles. Okay, so that will definitely help to calculate the machining time as well as the whatever the horsepower required or the other kinds of the consideration. So again, there are the whatever we discuss. There are the some of the different kinds of the category of the applications are there. But while doing this particular the analysis by the merchant, so there are some of the kinds of the assumptions are there. Okay. So when we are considering this particular the assumptions, so it will be easy to understand how this the merchant circle is drawn by considering the different kinds of the forces and the different kinds of the angle. So what are those different kinds of the assumptions? Okay, so that is there in the slide number 87. I think this slide number 87 is visible to everyone. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So when we are considering this particular the assumptions which is made by the merchant, okay, so which is contribute to the principle of the minimum energy. Now, dear all, as we know, when we are considering this particular the metal cutting operation by using the single point cutting tool or by using the multi-point cutting tool, what exactly the principle of minimum energy means? Okay, so principle of minimum energy means whenever we are performing any kind of the operation like turning is there, just consider a single point cutting tool on the lathe machine, and we may use the multi-point cutting tool on the milling machine, or the different kinds of the machines are there to remove the unwanted material. Okay, so whenever we are using such kind of the combination of the workpiece as well as the tool material or the tool along with the cutting fluid, okay, so whatever the energy which is required for the machining, so that is expected to be a minimum. That is what is nothing but the principle of minimum energy. Okay, so taking into consideration this principle of the minimum energy, there are the some of the assumptions which are made by this merchant. Okay, so first one in that, the cutting edge is perpendicular to the direction of propagation of the cutting tool. That is what is the case, first and foremost important case, as this particular merchant circle force analysis, it is considered for the orthogonal cutting only. So in that, when we are considering the orthogonal cutting process, so in that, as we know, the cutting edge of the single point cutting tool, so that is perpendicular, correct? Now second one, the tool is perfectly sharp. Okay, that is the second assumption. Tool is perfectly sharp. This is the case when we consider the tool is the new. Okay, But when we are using the continuous tool for the removing of the unwanted material during the machining operation, so it is not, we can say that the realistic, that the tool is perfectly sharp each and every time. Okay, so that is what we can say the second consideration, which is assumption which is made by this merchant. Then third one, an important one, is the chip does not move to the either side. Okay, whatever the when we are applying the feed against the workpiece, so chip does not move to the either side, means either on the left hand side or on the right hand side of means by taking into consideration the direction of the tool. Okay, the next one, fourth one, the depth and the velocity of the chip is constant and uniform. Okay, so as we know, when we are considering the depth of cut and the velocity, okay, of the chip is constant and uniform, so similarly also expected that the chip width remains the constant. The next one, the workpiece rigid and perfectly plastic. This is the next assumption. Apart from that, there is also a uniform distribution of the normal and the shear stress across the shear plane. As we know, what exactly the position, where exactly the position of the shear plane which is to be there. Okay, so when we are considering this assumption, there is a uniform distribution of the normal and the shear stress across the shear plane. So uniform distribution of the normal stress and the shear stress along the shear plane, that is what is expected. Then friction angle is uniform and independent of the shear angle. Last one and the important one, the work material undergoes deformation across a thin shear plane. So these are the some of the important assumptions which is considered when the merchant is decided to work on the whatever the concept of the principle of the minimum energy, to find out whatever the different kinds of the angles and the cutting forces in the metal cutting operation. Okay, some of the other researcher also, they work on the different kinds of the aspects. Okay, but so far as this merchant analysis of the related to the force, so it is an considered at most important, and whatever the method to draw the circle and to calculate the different angle and to find out the different forces, so it is considered in the this mechanics of the metal cutting. So these are the important assumptions which is made by the merchant to contribute for the principle of the minimum energy. Now, as we know, we are going to discuss more about how the merchant circle for the analysis of the force, so it is being considered. So just I will show you the step by step how the merchant circle it is being drawn, and what are the different kinds of the forces and the angles we are going to consider in it. Okay, so just consider, or you may note down this particular the different kinds of the forces normally we are going to consider when we are considering this merchant circle. Okay, so Fc is the cutting force, Ft is the tangential force, Ff is the friction force, capital N is the normal force, Fs is the shear force, Fn is the normal shear force. Okay, so these are the 6 different types of the forces which we are considering while study this particular the merchant circle analysis of the force. So apart from that also, as we know, there are the different kinds of the angles are there. Rake angle gamma is there, then shear angle phi is also there, then friction angle is also there, and the coefficient of friction is there. Okay, so now just we will consider how exactly the merchant circle force analysis it is being carried out. So just I will show you the one of the important method, so it will be used to calculate. Now this is the slide number 122 shows the final that merchant circle with the help of the different kinds of the cutting forces as well as the different kind of the angle. Okay, so how this entire circle it is being drawn and what are the different types of the forces and the angles are considered when the tool is making the contact with the workpiece and result in the formation of the chip. Okay, so this is what is the final diagram. Just I will show you how that the step means the process, entire process is there, and so it will be easy to understand to how exactly we are considering this particular the entire process of merchant circle. Okay, so these are what the kind of the forces and the different angle, that is the rake angle, shear angle, friction angle, and the coefficient of friction. Now, as we know, when we are considering the single point cutting tool, okay, with respect to the workpiece material, okay. So again, the next slide just that will give us an idea about the position of the tool, single point cutting tool, and there are the two forces which are there, which are shown here in this slide number 90. Fc is the cutting force and Ft is the tangential force. Okay, so when the single point cutting tool is making an contact with the workpiece material, I think I am audible to everyone. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
And screen is visible because just say this is an important method and the simple method, because once we consider the final merchant circle, so it is not directly it is not easy to understand directly. So once we follow this particular the step by step, then it will be easy to understand. So now in the slide number 90, just we are considering what exactly the position of the cutting tool with respect to the workpiece material. Okay, and the forces, two forces, that is the cutting force and the tangential forces, so which are shown in this slide number 90. So these are the two forces which are shown here. So we can measure with the help of the by using the different kinds of the sensors, that is the force sensors. And here also, if we consider, this is the Fc and this is the Ft, and R is the what is the resultant force which is shown here. And when we are considering this particular the tool, okay, so that makes an angle. Here is the gamma, that is nothing but it is a rake angle. So this is the very first step when we want to draw the merchant circle. Then apart from that, again the next step is what we are going to consider the rest of the two forces, that is the friction force and the normal force, which is shown by EF and capital N. Okay, and again the resultant force which is shown here. Okay, so if we consider again this particular is the friction force and N is what is the normal force. Okay, so that is what is the second step when we consider in that the friction force and the normal force. Yes,
The angle with vertical should be alpha, right?
yes, you can use the different notation. You can use the different notation, but here it is shown that the gamma. You may use the alpha also. There is no problem. Okay, so different kinds of the notations you may use. Okay, so there is no any such kind of the restriction is there. So if you refer the different books, so in that the different angles are shown. So for this particular the case, we are considering that the gamma is the rake angle. Okay, you may use the alpha also. Okay, no issue. Okay, so this is what is the second step. Then third step in which we are considering whatever that particular the shear plane which is there. Okay, so shear plane along with that the shear force and the normal shear force, that is Fn, it is shown. If we consider this is the shear plane, okay, and the force along that particular the shear plane, that is Fs, is the shear force, and one more Fn is shown here. Okay, so that is nothing but the normal shear force. And here what we are just observing that in the next slide, so it is nothing but it is and the amount of the material which we want to remove. And here, if we consider, this is the tool face, this is the angle, and this is what is the kind of the line which is just showing the chip is moving along this particular line along the face of the tool. Okay, so this is what is the third step in which we are considering the introduction of the shear plane, shear force, and the normal shear force. Correct? Now next one, in that again we are considering all these 6 different types of the forces, such as cutting force is there, tangential force is there, friction force is there, normal force is there, then shear force is there, and normal shear force is also there. Okay, so this is what is the diagram when we combine together. So we are getting like this. Correct? सबको समझ में आ रहा है? Any problem or any difficulty to anybody?
No, sir.
Okay. So this is what the combine which we are considering now, in which all the 6 forces which are considered. Correct? Now next one, slide number 94, that gives us an idea about the whatever the kinds of the angle which is we are going to consider. Okay, so here the angle which is introduced in the this slide number 94, that is what is the phi, that is shear angle, and one more angle is there, that is the friction angle. We can consider that is here it is an eta. Okay, so you may use the different notation as far as your convenience is concerned. So phi is there, so that is what is the shear angle, and eta is again that is the friction angle. Again in that all the forces which are shown here, Fc is the cutting force, Ft is the tangential force, Ff is the friction force, N is the normal force, then Fs is the shear force along the shear plane, and Fn this one, Fn is the normal shear force. Okay, so now next one, again here, as we know, when we want to calculate this particular the formulae, so we already know from that when we want to calculate the phi, that is what is the shear angle. So we know the formula, tan phi is equal to RC into cos of angle R, cos of R divided by 1 minus RC into sin R. Now see, don't get confused between the notations. So this is what is the case we are considering for the understanding purpose. Okay, and you may use the different notations also. So here also the RC, that is the cutting ratio, is also given T0 by Tc, and also when we want to calculate the different force like Ff is there, N is there, Fs is there, and the N is there. So for that the formulas which are mentioned here. So likewise the coefficient of friction and the friction angle, which we can easily calculate by considering these formulae. Now when we are considering this particular the merchant circle diagram, so we already know it is and the graphical method to calculate the different kinds of the forces in the machining and how these are the plays an important role. Okay, so just again we are considering the same diagram. Here the cutting force which is shown, in the next diagram is the Ft which is shown, that is what is the tangential force. Then if we shift just position of this Ft from the y-axis to just below the whatever the cutting force Fc which is to be there, the next one, if we join that particular the Ft with the help of one line, that is nothing but that is and the resultant force R. Okay, and if we bisect that particular the R, and we can easily find out that particular the center point for the R. So once we know the this is the center point, this one. Okay, then by taking into consideration the distance from the center point to the whatever the x and the y axis which is made meet there, so that is what we can call it as and the radius, and by taking into consideration the R as a center point, so we can easily draw the circle. Okay, so this is what is the circle, which is drawn with the help of the radius from the center point, which is on the R, and whatever the radius is this one. We can say, suppose AB is the radius. Suppose this is the center point is A and B is this particular the point. Okay, so AB is the radius, then we can easily draw this particular the circle. Okay, now after that also, this is what we can consider the merchant circle. But in that merchant circle, again, the different kinds of the forces and the angles are there. Okay, so if we again consider this particular, this is the merchant circle, and in that, whatever this particular the line which is coming along the whatever the face of the tool, which is moving in a downward direction. Okay, so likewise it is moving on this particular the along the face of the single point cutting tool, moving in a downward direction, and again finally it will touch to the circle. That is what is known as the friction force, which is coming from this particular the point and moving in a downward direction, and finally it will touch the circle at this particular the point. That is this known as a friction force. Correct? Now after that also, when we want to consider the N is the normal force. So from this friction force, the point which is touched to the merchant circle, so it will drawn this the normal force, which is shown by the capital N, along that the resultant force which will touch to the circle at this particular the point. Okay, so from this point there is a line which is drawn here and which is touched on the resultant force R. Okay, so again when we consider this particular the different kinds of the forces, so in the next case here we must know what exactly the T0 which is to be there. Okay, so if we consider the slide number 112, so it is not shown. When we are considering the 113, so it is shown here what is the T0. T0 we know, we already discussed in the chip thickness ratio. Correct? Now next one, again when we consider the whatever the point on which the line which is parallel to the face of the tool, this is nothing but the area where the tool cutting whatever the unwanted material in the form of the chip which is moving this particular the point. Okay, and when we consider this particular the point which is on the line T0 and the line which is parallel to the this cutting edge of the single point cutting tool. So when we join together this particular point with the point B, if suppose we are considering this particular the point B, okay, so that is nothing but when we extend in a further in upward direction, so that is nothing but it is a shear plane. Okay, that is the shear plane, and this is what is the point which is to be we can consider, that is the part of the shear plane. Apart from that, again as we know, when shear plane is there, so Fs is the what is the shear force which is acting along the shear plane, which is shown by this particular the arrow, that is the Fs. That's why we are consider these all the different 6 type of the forces initially to understand, so how we can locate by considering the merchant circle. Okay, so along the shear plane there is a shear force which is denoted by Fs, it is there. Then apart from that, when we are considering the shear plane, for that the angle phi is also there. So what is that angle? That angle is nothing but it is an shear angle, the angle which is made by the shear plane with the line where the cutting tool makes the interaction with the workpiece material. So that angle is nothing but an phi, that is known as a shear angle. Correct? So this is what is the case when we are showing here the phi, that is the shear angle. And apart from that, in this circle, we are showing here the friction angle, which is shown here with the help of the notation, that is the eta. We may use the different notations also, as we earlier discussed. Okay. Then normally when we know, this is what we can say, that the simple diagram that gives us an idea about how the entire merchant force circle diagram that can be drawn with the help of these different kinds of the forces and the position of the cutting tool. So as we know, when we are considering this particular the shear plane angle, that is how we are going to identify the value of that particular the shear plane angle. Okay, so which is denoted by phi. So it is again given the formula phi is equal to pi by 4 minus 1 by 2 into bracket friction angle minus rake angle. Okay, so in the different textbooks also they are used to identify the different notation. So here it is mentioned that again whatever the final merchant equation, so that will give us an idea about when we want to calculate the phi. So it is the how we are going to calculate phi is equal to 45 plus alpha by 2 minus beta by 2, where alpha is the rake angle in this notation and beta is what is the friction angle. Okay, so when we want to increase the shear plane angle, so increase the rake angle and reduce the friction angle or the coefficient of friction. That is what is the final conclusion when the merchant drawn this particular the circle, and from that what exactly the conclusion which is to be there. Okay, so when we are considering again this merchant force circle analysis for calculation of the energy, okay, and whatever the percentage of the power lost. Okay, so for that particular case, when we are considering the energy for the cutting operation, so we can consider the formula for that Fc into Vc, where as we know Fc is what is the cutting force and Vc is the cutting velocity when we are considering the energy for the cutting. For that the formula is Fc into Vc, means the cutting force into the cutting velocity. So similarly, when we want to calculate the energy for the friction, so in that the friction force into the friction velocity, which we can use the notation Ff, capital F, small f into Vf. Okay, that is the friction force and the velocity force. That is what we are using to calculate the energy for the friction. So apart from that also, when we are going to consider whatever the what exactly the amount of the percentage power loss in the friction, so for that the formula which is to be there, that is the ratio of friction force into velocity force divided by the cutting force and the cutting velocity into 100. So whenever we are going to consider the entire how much amount of the power loss in a friction, so that can be calculated by using this particular the formula. It is in the percentage. Okay, so by considering this particular formula, we can easily find out how much amount of the percentage of the power loss in the friction. Okay, so this is what exactly the kind of the important formulas which are there when we consider this particular the merchant circle analysis for the forces. Apart from that also, one more important point which is to be there when we want to calculate the horsepower which is required for the cutting operation. Now see, as we know, when we are considering the single point cutting tool, so in that particular case, the formula to calculate the horsepower, that is a different one. And when we consider the multi-point cutting tool related to the specific operation on the specific machine, so for that particular case, the formula is different. So just we are considering the common formula for the single point cutting tool, so in which we are going to calculate the horsepower required for the cutting operation. which is mentioned here. It is the ratio of work done in cutting per minute divided by 4500, which is again equal to, if we consider in the horsepower, so FC into VC divided by 4500 horsepower. If we want to convert this horsepower into the kilowatt, again we can consider the next formula, FC into VC divided by 4500 multiplied by 1.36. That unit is the kilowatt. Okay, so when we are going to calculate this by using the single point cutting tool, so horsepower requirement by using the two formula, which is in the horsepower or in the kilowatt. So at that time, whatever the cutting force is there, so that is in the kg, and whatever the cutting velocity is there, so that is in meter per minute. So if you consider this particular the merchant force circle analysis, so finally we are getting this particular the kind of the diagram, which is the final output of when we are considering the tool which is making in contact with the workpiece material. So there is a formation of the chip is there, and along with that these are the different kinds of the forces and angles which are considered. So if you have any query or the doubt, please let me know, because these are the important formulas. On the basis of that, we can calculate how much amount of the power which is to be required, what kind of the material removal rate is there, and apart from that also there are the different kinds of the formulas are there, so as to use the machining time calculation part. Okay, so that particular part we will try to discuss more in the detail in the next lecture, so that it is easy to understand how we are going to draw the entire merchant circle which is used for the analysis purpose. Okay, so if you just consider, suppose this is what is the final diagram, so it is not easy to understand from which point we are going to start. Okay, so if we just refer that particular the entire process, just I have shown you, so it will be easy for the understanding purpose also, and it will be easy to remember also, and how we are going to consider these are the different types of the processes which is involved in the entire process. But again, one must know what exactly the kind of the important factors which we are going to consider. So there are the different forces are there, and definitely the different angles are there. Okay, so that is finally useful when we want to draw the merchant circle for the force analysis. If you again want to draw the entire merchant circle from the scratch, so you can consider the this x-axis and the y-axis. Then you can show the position of the tool along with the rake angle. Okay, then the cutting force FC is there, then FT is the thrust force is there, then just we are shifting the position of the FT with respect to the end point of the FC here. Then the resultant force R is there. Okay, then after bisecting the R, so we are getting the center point. Then taking into consideration the radius is equal to, if suppose this center point is A and this point is the B, then the radius we can easily draw the circle. Okay, that is the merchant circle. Then after that, whatever that the friction force which is coming into the picture. Okay, so from here, that is the introduction which is to be there. Then it is gradually moving in a downward direction. Okay, so that is what is the FF. Then the normal force which is coming into the picture. Then apart from that, the position of the P0 which is shown. Then again the position of the chip which is flowing along with that. Then the introduction of the shear plane is there. Then introduction of the FS along the shear plane is there. Then after that, the introduction of the phi, that is what is the angle, which is we can call it as a shear angle, and the friction angle which is to be there. Okay, so in this way we can easily calculate this or we can easily draw this merchant circle diagram. Okay, so if you have any query or the doubt, so please let me know. Any doubt or any query there? So if you use the different types of the notebooks, reference book or the textbook, so in that different notations are there. Or you may search for this how to draw this merchant circle diagram for the analysis of the forces and the angle. So you may use different videos which are available on the YouTube also. Okay, so just I have already shared these are the different kinds of the videos which are available with on your screen, and also the link which are also there. Okay, so if you have any query or the doubt, please let me know. Sagar Patil, any query, any doubt, whatever the point which we discussed in the last lecture as well as in the today's lecture?
No, sir. So only that the chip thickness after the cut is always greater than before, or it's
Yes.
sometimes
No.
smaller.
Now see, when we are considering, it is shown there just for the sake of the understanding, where it is this one, T0. This is just for the
Yes.
understanding purpose, and this is what is the, you can observe, this is the small portion and this is the larger portion, correct? So that's why the question is definitely there. But again, when we are considering, when we are going back to the discussion about whatever the chip thickness ratio, so it will it will easy to understand what exactly the kind of the chip thickness ratio which is we are going to consider. Just wait, so that I will show you. Now see here. Okay, so here it is correctly shown that the T0 and the TC which is to be there. Okay, so T0 is, as we know, what we can consider, it is the thickness of the chip prior to the chip formation. Okay, and TC is the chip thickness after the separation. So in that particular merchant circle diagram, so whatever that T0 is shown, it is a somewhat smaller in the thickness, correct? So that is not the case. That is just for the understanding purpose, what exactly the T0 coming into the picture, just for the location, how to locate that the shear plane and the angle, that is what is the shear angle, and the Fs, that is what is the friction shear force on that particular the angle. Okay, so any
Yes,
doubt or any query is there? Okay,
No,
so okay, thank you. So just wait so that I can mark your attendance. Okay. Okay, thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.